Now, equalizing is almost done. Of course, there are some technical things which I think time to time need when you are practicing. And so we are just meeting few days, and then I go back to India. And possibly I will come next year. So which is not very good situation, but then we have to accept the reality. When you try to practice equalizing, time to time you need to have someone to ask question, share experience, where it is going, right direction or wrong direction. So the mental factor is very tricky, and also when you explain it looks quite simple, but when you really practice then it's not that sort of simple. And then to see everybody in an equal level, it's a very, very difficult, you see, difficult. Milarepa, the great saint of Tibet, he sang a song like this. Tangyum ji shingsa shemburu cham yingji loto samyung tabayi tweni ji teru suene chung means by having this fertile land of equanimity or equalizing, and then he put a seed of compassion, loving kindness, and this, because of this seed, and then he achieved the result or the fruit of enlightenment. So you need to read more books, and then you are inviting many teachers. So I think it's very good. Try to listen as much as possible. Listening one time is never enough. I think I might have listened many times, you see. And every time you just want checking according to your practice and where I am, how it is, and everything, you get some technical assistance there. And that technical assistance is so important, you see. Just, even you didn't get even a single sort of teaching, but just small technical instruction can lead you miles, you see. So this way, is very important too. And then now we are entering into the exchanging, you see, exchange. In Tibet we say Darshin Jewa, Darshin Nyamba, that is finished. And now Nyamba is to equalize. Darshin Nyamba, Darshin Nyamba means, yes, a little bit I can explain. And then Darshin Jewa. It goes back like this, okay. Up to now, I have been doing everything, whatever good thing I can do. I always try to do maximum for myself, okay. And so maybe some of you might not be doing like this. Maybe some of you might be doing other way around. It's possible, but I'm speaking in the general perspective. That I have been, up to now, I have been just doing everything the best way possible. I always try to do for myself, or my related things, you see. And then I almost ignored huge number of sentient beings, and also I have a certain group of people whom I don't like. And but anyhow, okay, now these are equalized, but then still I love myself. See, I love myself, and to do something for myself, I'm so enlightened, and do for some others welfare, I'm so sleepy and I'm so tired. I've become so drowsy like this, you see. So, and then this is not a good sign. You see. This is not a good symptom. This is a very bad symptom. You see. Why? Because we have been trying. In this life and in our previous life, we have been trying for one's own self. And what did we achieve, you see? See the situation. our mind situation, our physical situation, everything, okay. Did we gain something which is really valuable for every sentient being? Did we, you see? So then we started thinking like that treasuring one's own self is not the healthiest thing, and treasuring or caring others is the source of all the happiness and all the good quality. Yeah? Shantideva's text, in the Shantideva says in his Bodhisattva's way of life, he says, we don't need to talk so much. Just see, okay, the Buddha who really devoted all his life, energy, time, everything for the sake of every sentient being, and he achieved enlightenment. He gave this wonderful teaching. And we always focus for ourselves, and then what did we achieve? You see? Still we are not, even not free from samsara, and even not free from suffering, you see. Just we suffer so many different types of suffering. That is the difference. You see. If we treasure and work for the sake of every sentient being, we will be enlightened. If we just go on doing for myself, then we will remain same as where we are. Okay? And he says that there's no need to say so many things. If you just check how much Buddha achieved, and how much Buddha taught us, and how much we achieved, how much we can teach or practice, and you will see the difference, you see. But treasuring others, whatever Buddha did, we will be able to do. If we treasure one's own self, we will remain same as where we are now, you see. Because of this reason, then we need to change others before self. Exchange. Exchange means, up to now, I have been doing everything for myself. Now from today onwards, and I really like to do everything for others, and I try to ignore myself. Exchange, okay, exchange. Why? Because doing everything for others makes so much sense and gives a big result, like achievement of Buddhahood and Bodhicitta and everything. And treasure one's own self doesn't give anything good for me. So now, today onwards, I really like to change, exchange my selfish thinking into thinking everything for others. Exchange, okay? It's the meaning of exchange. And the reason is very simple. Reason is very simple. If I do everything for myself, the benefit I get will be only for one person. Majority is not there, you see. It's not democratic. If I do for everything for others, and then the others are huge number, big number, you see, the benefit get by others is much bigger. Because of this reason, I say, okay, instead of focusing myself, I focus on others. Because it's a more coverage. And then by doing this, I'm also included, you see, or included. So therefore, instead of focusing myself, which I have been doing in a very stupid way, now I wanted to change, okay, way the Buddha taught us. Reason is majorities are on the other side. Others are much bigger, you see. Myself is only one single person. Even if I include my family or my wife or my daughter, still it's a very few, you see. Maybe 10, 20, maybe maximum. Some people might have like relatives like 60 or 100, maybe maximum. But still, others are huge, like beyond like countless sentient beings. Because of this reason, it is worth, it is meaningful, it is reasonable, it has a lot of logics. So to change one's own self to others, to put effort, to spend time, to spend energy and everything. Okay? Reason. Some people are asking this question. for others, then what will happen to you? Okay? First you have to take care of yourself. And then you will be able to take care of others. This is, I think, our general mentality, isn't it? First you have to take care of yourself strongly, okay, strongly you have to take care of yourself. If you're strong enough, then you will be able to do. That is our calculation, isn't it? We always train our children like this, isn't it? In education, in everywhere, we train our children like this. You have to be very strong. You have to be able to stand on your own feet. Then you will be able to do. So, and then worse than this is, first you have to take care of yourself. You really have to have enough, everything for yourself, and then you can do something for others. Will this a good practice? Will this really train us to be able to do for others? It will really increase strong self-attachment, okay? Strong self-attachment. Because of this strong self-attachment, if I do care myself very, very strongly, and then it will minimize the doing for others, you see. Therefore, we have to say that this is not correct. Okay, this is not correct. Why? Because this has no logic. Why? Because if I just go on taking care of myself, that I did up to now, you see. Up to now I did this, you see. What did I gain? Yeah? And then we are living in a society, in a human society. And we should not think that all the human beings are stupid. Yeah. We should not think that all human beings are stupid, you see. Every human being also knows that the person who does something for others and someone who is very, very selfish, everybody understands this. Everybody experiences this, you see. So in a conventional level, the person who is very selfish has a less friend, and the person who does something for others have much more friend. Okay, in general, okay? And then if this is the case, I think exchanging is totally valid. Totally valid. Just have to understand the reason, okay? When you do meditation, you have to do all these logics, analyze, okay? Just totally analyze, and you feel so convinced, you see, so convinced that this is really correct, okay? The Buddha's teaching is so good, okay? This is really correct. Or this I really want you to achieve. And then you do meditation. Then you will achieve something. Oh, they said exchange, give check in. Okay, take in, take in. If there's no sort of inner logics, reasons, okay, reason, it will be not so profound, you see. So this is, in short, exchanging, practice of exchanging. You can start like this, okay? You can start like this. Takshin Nyamba, Takshin Chewa. Tak is I, Shen is others, okay? Nyamba means that when it comes to the happiness and suffering, I and others are equally same, you see? If I don't want to suffer, they also don't want to suffer. If I wanted to be happy, they also wanted to be happy. But then, where is the majority? Okay, majority is on the other side. And what I have been doing up to now, I have been doing only for myself. Now I have to change this because majority is on the other side, you see. Real democratic, you see, democratic. In Shantideva's text, if you just read the Shantideva's text, how he trains, it's totally like an election, you see. He creates another person on the middle, and self on the other side, and others on one side, okay? And then this middle person see, okay, which one is right? Which way of thinking is right? Which way of acting is right or wrong? And then try to justify that it is totally justified that to do everything for others is much more meaningful and much more logics, much more reason, and it will give a lot of good fruits, you see. one's own self is almost like leading one's own self into suffering and problem. With this, and then we try to exchange. Okay? Is there any other thing to explain? 동해 말을 당대 되려 좀 상계 현배sem에 대신 당대 현지 동해다 양다 제와 계세라래. This is one of the texts written by a great Bodhisattva called Pema. I think it is in the 13th century, 13th and 14th century. Real Bodhisattva, okay, Pema. He wrote this text, which is called 37 Practices of Bodhisattva, which is very widely used, okay, widely used as a teaching, but how much is practicing this is really difficult. He says, Dungya Malu Tabde Dwelchu means all the Dungya is suffering. Okay? All the sufferings are coming because of the motivation of wanting to achieve happiness for one's own self. Because of this, all the problem came okay, up to now. Dungya Malu Tabde Zoba Sanje Shambian Similar means the Buddhas are enlightened because he or they did everything for others. Okay? And therefore, it is totally valid to exchange. Instead of thinking one's own self, think for others. Then you will be able to achieve enlightenment. And to reduce selfish thinking, then it will be reduce the suffering. What we have experienced up to now. And then exchange is the practice of Bodhisattvas. Okay? Okay? So, do you really believe in it? Now, I explained, okay, and I tried to explain in a very logical way, okay, not like a believe somewhere and then listen, not like this, just try to explain in a logics and reasons, you see, and now you have to think on it. Now, I think I will explain like this. This is also one side. Tibetan Buddhism, according to Tibetan Buddhism, we have three stages, okay, three stages. If we wanted to cultivate Bodhicitta, we have three stages. One stage is, we say, Thoba, which is learning or listening. Thoba. Now what we are doing now is the first stage, okay, you are listening to me, from me, you are listening, okay, and then you are reading books, and you also discuss a little bit, okay, and that is called Thoba. Thoba is to listen. That means to collect information, okay, Thoba, to collect information. And after that, if you really collected all the information, then they say Samba. Okay. Samba means then try to contemplate or analyze. Contemplate, right or wrong, and try to make it so true to you that, but this is really true. Okay, I really wanted to practice. Okay, I really wanted to practice. That is Samba. Okay. Stage second, Samba. And after that, then Bomba. That means then meditation. Meditation, okay? First, you have to listen, receive teaching, read books from an unmistaken book, from the unmistaken teacher. You listen, okay? You listen, study, read book, okay? And after that, whatever you collected by listening or reading, then you try to analyze, put it into concrete, you see, analyze, and make it really appeal to you that this is so good, this is very good, this is very good. And then after that, then you really like to practice. Then you do the meditation. And then you will achieve, you see. So these days, the people are jumping directly to the meditation, you see, which is, I think, a big problem, Jumping like As soon as they explain a little bit, then they meditate. As soon as they explain a little bit, then they meditate. Sometimes they meditate, you see, without understanding, meditate, you see. I think, I don't know, but you know this. Christina know that in England, they asked me to lead a meditation on emptiness, okay? And the first step they designed, according to the topic, was that first they all wanted to do meditation on emptiness about 20 minutes, okay? And then I don't have to say anything, okay? And I come and then think and say, okay, now we do meditation on emptiness. Everyone's really silent looking to meditation. I was checking, I was a bit naughty. What he's meditating, what he's meditating. I'm really curious, you see. I was really, looks like they're meditating so good. But I think, I have to smell, you see. After 20 minutes and the thing, I think, okay, and everyone's. And then I asked, okay, will you kindly share a little bit of experience of doing meditation on emptiness? Will you kindly share your meditation on emptiness? Okay. No one liked to share. And then I said, I was a bit tired, and then I said, did you really do meditation on emptiness? Then they were smiling. Did you really do meditation on emptiness? And they were smiling, okay? And then at the end I said, do you really know emptiness? There's a, I think so. I think so, okay. And then will you kindly explain me what is emptiness? None of them explained me back, you see. And then I said, how did you do meditation on emptiness? You see, how did you do meditation on emptiness? And they started saying, oh, you didn't teach. You should have told us, you see. You see, if I say, okay, now we are going to meditate on emptiness, everyone went like this, you see. It should not happen like this. No, wait, Geshe, wait. First, I really like to learn emptiness, then I go and I will be very happy, you see. I will be really happy. I like restless students, you see. I like restless asking lots of questions. I don't agree with Geshe, I don't agree with this. I like these types of students, you see. They didn't say anything, you see. And I was also naughty. At the end, we spent about more than 20, maybe about 1 hour explaining everything. We spent about 1 hour, nothing, okay, nothing. No meditation, no meditation on emptiness, you see. Just everything is emptiness. Empty of anything, you see. So just try to see, okay, Teva, Samba, Gomba. Now, Teva, Samba, Gomba means Teva is try to read, listen teaching, read books, try to discuss, just try to discuss, listen, read, okay? And then collect all the information about how to cultivate Bodhicitta. And then try to contemplate, think, okay, try to think, is it really true or not? Can I achieve? Okay, can I practice? How? What? And everything, just make it so solid. Say that, oh, this is very good. So now I really want you to practice Samba, okay? And after that, then you do meditation. Exactly according to your analysis, result of analysis. You just do meditation. And it will be very good, you see. Otherwise, meditation can bring a lot of problems. There are so many people spending a lot of time on meditation. I know that when many years ago, in the 90s, I was in Switzerland attending a conference on meditation. And there were 5 teachers, okay, including myself. And then many attended, okay, many were participants, okay. We make a big circle, and then the seminar was on meditation. And all the participants were waiting. And then one said, oh, meditation is very difficult, meditation so many varieties, the meditation is very important, okay. Another teacher finished. Ah, yes, I was attended that meditation, I did meditation and it was very good, again finished. And then it went 48 hours, you see. You spent 48 hours. Oh, I was, then my translator says, say something, Krishna, say, and you know this, say something. I said, just wait, okay. I was not speaking. I didn't speak anything, okay. And then at the end, they asked me to close the conference by hitting this, and then before hitting, they asked me to say some impression, okay, how everything went, and like I have to say nice. Impression means always have to say nice, isn't it? Nice. And when I started to say, oh, I need to say some impressions, and I cried. I really cried like baby. Everyone was so quiet. I was crying. And my translator was saying, don't cry. I really cried, you see. Because it's such a big thing here. Those people are coming very far place, you see, expecting something nice from the teacher. And teachers should give some gift, you see. They are coming, spend a lot of time, energy, everything. And then teacher really have to give some gift as a, really, you are very good, you are coming here, so this is my gift. They went, nothing. Meditation important, and I attended the meditation, it was very good, Actually, no one touched what is meditation. How to do meditation, what to meditate, when to meditate. No one touched this area, you see. And how can this be a conference on meditation? So please, okay, I'm saying this now. I think I really love, okay, you all who are here, and just try to go in these sequences. Listen everything, read everything nicely. Listen teachings from very good teacher, okay, and then if it is Bodhicitta, you do listen, read about Bodhicitta from very reliable books. Now these days, many reliable books, you see, read and listen teaching. And finally you get the information, and that information you just make it think. You think, contemplate, think. Just bring it with, put some logics, experience, and then some stories, and make it so solid, concrete, that you feel like this is so important to practice. And then you do meditation on it. Okay? Whatever you learned, you just meditate on it. Okay? And then time to time, if you need some guidance, then you can seek some guidance from the teacher, or you can read some books, and different types of books. And not just stick on one book, okay? Just read different types of books. Every book has its own sort of essence, you see, technical sort of things, you see. So, in this way, if you do meditation seriously, then you will get a very good result, an unmistakable result. Otherwise, meditation is, I always say, it's very serious. Meditation is not buying a kilogram of cheese or a few potatoes, or not 1 dozen of bananas. It is not like this, okay? Even you buy a very expensive sort of ring, having diamond, meditation is much more important than diamond, you see. We Tibetans really treasured teaching, huge respect. We spent a lot of money, a lot of gold, inviting Indian teachers from India. We spent a lot of gold. We sacrificed a lot of life, you see. And then we spent them to study Sanskrit and learn Buddhism and invite teacher and then translate and put a lot of effort, you see. Money is just nothing, okay. Compared to teaching, money is not so important, you see. We paid full, and then we spent a lot of money to build monasteries and to translate, transcribe, and then make the wooden blocks and print and statues, and that we are really skilled, okay, we are very skilled. We spend a lot of time. This is because of the devotion, you see. And then this teaching now is coming now in the West.
So you also have to be really, really careful to keep the teaching as authentic as possible. And then try to practice according to the well-experienced teacher explains, to explain, and then you will really get the result. Okay, Thoba Samba Gomba. That it was not planned, but now I think I felt that this is very important. Yeah. Now, if I ask you to do short meditation on equalizing, is it clear? Without relying on the books, just can you just, if I say, okay, now do meditation on equalizing, will you be able to do it freely, okay, without depending on, it has been like this, okay? We try to memorize a lot of text. We memorize a lot of text, you see. When we were studying about Paramita, which is the 7 years course, and we have to memorize a text which has something like 254 pages. That we have to memorize, no problem, that is easy. But then we have to memorize a commentary, which has more than 3,000 pages. You see? Yeah. And then when it comes to like giving teaching, then we can say and then we explain, okay, why this is needed? Because we have to give teaching exactly according to Buddha's teaching, you see. And on top of this, we can analyze. But these people like Nagarjuna, Buddha, and Asanga, and Deknath, and Dharmakirti, and Chandakirti, all these are brilliant teachers, you see. They don't believe in blind faith, you see. They always go with the logics and reasons, you see. They are so intelligent. Of course, their teaching we don't need to analyze, but we have to understand, you see. So because of this, we analyze, Try to understand how they analyze, and if we analyze in the same way, then we will also understand in the same way as they. Because of this, it's so important, you see, to ask questions and to think all the time. Think, analyze, think. And this is very much needed in Buddhism. Buddha himself said that you should not believe blindly, thinking that it must be very good because Buddha taught. Don't think in this way, he says. If you want to go to buy us gold, you have to examine the gold, whether this gold is pure or not. And after examination, then you buy the gold. In the same way, whether this teaching is very pure or not, you have to examine by yourself. You have to use your intelligence. If you find this really, after examination, if you find this really pure, then you examine. Don't check thinking that this is a very good teaching because Buddha taught. Don't check it this way. He gave this sort of freedom for the Buddha's follower. So thinking and analyzing is, and then when you talk about meditation, 2 different types of meditation. I have seen only 2 types of meditation, okay, in my life. I say only 2 types of meditation, which is explained all the text in Indian teachers, and Buddha's teaching, and also in the Tibetan teachers. Only 2 different types of meditation. One is analytical meditation, which need to analyze, okay? And one is single-pointed meditation, to focus, okay? Why? Because if our mind is very stupid or foolish, we have to make our mind very sharp. That is only possible if we analyze, okay? If our mind is going everywhere, restless, then we need to make our mind to stay somewhere focused, you see, and a single point meditation. And these 2 are the meditation, okay? So now the exchanging and equalizing and exchanging meditation comes under the analytical meditation, okay, analytical meditation. And then within the analytical meditation, there are 2 types of analytical meditation. And this meditation is not like analyzing whether pen is good or not. It's not like this, okay? It is a mental factor which is analyzed and change the mind itself into good mind. When you analyze pen, I don't want to change my mind into a pen, you see. When it comes to compassion and bodhicitta, we have to change our mind into compassion and then bodhicitta. Two different types of analysis. Analysis one as just simply an object to analyze, and one is the analyzing object, but plus mind has to change into that sort of state. Now Tonglen, we do Tonglen meditation, short Tonglen meditation. Tonglen means giving and taking. That means indirectly it is exchanging, okay? Exchanging, okay? Up to now we have been taking for myself, okay? And giving for myself, okay? Or I take all the good things for myself and give all the bad things for others. Okay? Now we exchanged. All the good things I wanted to give other sentient being, all the bad things I wanted to take for myself. Exchange. Okay, exchange. And then the reason I told you, it's all done. You know. But then this meditation also can be done in a very abstract way. Say that I want to take the sufferings of all the sentient beings, and I wanted to give all the good qualities and happiness of myself to all sentient beings. That is quite abstract, you see. Much easier, okay? You can do that. And then if this is not so appealing to you, then you can specify certain sort of people, okay? Having, like, say, different types of disease. For example, like AIDS or some cancers or different types of. I used to do a little bit more on this leprosy, yes, because I saw so many leprosy cases in Bihar, in India, and they are so very, very bad. You see, mouths are like round. Like this, and then these are melting down, and everything like fingers and so pulses, and so they are like, and the feet also like this, you see, like a wooden log. And so then I try to think these types of things, and then try to take this to myself, breathing in, and then breathe out, and then I give my hand which has no damage, and the face which has no damage. Of course, I'm not handsome, but try to give my faces to others like this, okay? And this is more effective because we specify, okay? Specify, and we see that the disease is so terrible, and then taking this in makes a little bit afraid. If we are really focused, sincere, we feel a bit afraid. That means we are hurting selfish thinking. Yeah. Hurting selfish thinking means it is really processing that selfish thinking is hurting. Hurting means if you go on doing, it might reduce the selfish thinking. And then giving all the good quality, feels, oh, everything's going, good things are going, then we feel a little bit afraid. That means we are really doing something good for others. So in this way, whichever, I think if you are not so strong in the beginning, then you should not focus on the really terrible things like leprosy or AIDS. Don't do this. It can also cause some problem. Okay? Just do it more gentle, in a more abstract way. Okay? And then by doing this, if you become more sort of familiar, meditation, the meaning of meditation, one meaning is to familiarize. meditation is to get familiarized, okay, meditation. And then I say that meditation is giving training to the mind. I say meditation means giving training to the mind, okay. Giving training to the mind, how? If the mind is very angry and giving training, the anger will go down and then tolerance will increase. If the mind is very, very stupid, by giving training of analysis, mind becomes more sharp and stupidity will go away. So that is why I say the training, mind training, meditation means mind training. If the mind goes to different supervisor, and then we have to give training to the mind to stay in one object, single point of meditation. Okay? So all these are, because of the destructive emotions, mind goes everywhere and do many bad things, okay? And to train this mind, so that the mind will be useful and within the control, and if we use this in a good way, it can do many good things. If we ask this mind to destroy bad things, it can destroy many bad things, you see? And that is the training, and that is the meditation. Not taking rest. Yeah. I think I have been repeating again and again. I hope you are not totally bored, because this is so important. You see, there are so many things, doing so many funny things. So try not to mistake, you see. Yeah. Now, will you be able to do meditation on exchanging? Yeah? Giving and taking meditation, or online meditation, okay? Or exchanging. Giving means all the good things, okay? Taking means all the bad things. And up to now, what we did, taken all the good things, given all the bad things. Now we have to exchange, okay? Just check. I think this is true. I think so, yeah. Yeah. I was giving a lot of exercise to the children in TCV. So we put some apples in a bucket. Some apples are quite good, some are not so good. Some are big plus very good. Some are a little bit rotten, okay? And then give this lesson and say, okay, now you just go and pick up apple. Bucket is there. So they have to think not, you see. This apple is not that good, you see. So now today, just today I take the best one, and tomorrow I will try. Okay? Sometimes they say, oh, without any tasting, they take the bad one, you see. The thing is that, okay, everyone likes to have good one, you see. As soon as they get something in the hand, very bad, rotten one, everybody will be unhappy. So I will just let it go in the hands of others, okay, exchange program. And then also, yeah, for you, what is the best? This is for TCV children. Fruit, this is because they don't get fruit a lot, you see. Maybe in a month, twice, maximum twice, they get the fruit, you see. And especially in September, October, they get some apple, much cheaper, and we can provide them apple. So, and then one apple is very important for them, it's very important, you see. Now I got a full apple, you see. This is very important. And then this is to equalize exchange application is very important, very intensive, you see, for them. Yes. Sometimes I also use this note, you see, currency note, which are brand new, and some are old and a little bit torn out. When you go to shopping, then what you will use? What you will use first? Okay. We have to give the shopkeeper, okay, new one, very, very new one, brand new one in the purse, and then bad, very crumbled one. So which you will give first? You don't have to say, but think, which one I will keep? Normally, good one, isn't it? Or which one? So try to keep the new one as long as possible. You see, as long as possible. This is so nice. Very nice. Okay, so this is so nice. So I try to keep this as long as possible in the purse, in your purse. Okay, and there's no left. Then of course you have to use. That shows that there's a strong selfish thinking. See, strong selfish thinking. It's not big deal. Value is same, whether old 10 krona or new 10 krona, value is same. But our mind is so conditioned to use the best one for one's own self. So then you try to use the new one. Try to keep new one first. Keep the old one in your purse. Not maybe a bit difficult, but not so difficult, isn't it? Yeah. Like this. Now I will repeat again, and then we will do short meditation, about 10 minutes. After lunch, meditations are not so good. Now we have killed quite a lot of time, so maybe it is okay. Yeah. So now try to sit in a proper sort of position which you feel really comfortable. Okay. In between the meditation, it will not give any sort of unnecessary sensations like pain or itching or uncomfortable. Try to sit as comfortable as possible. If possible, cross leg in the long run is good. If not, just sit very comfortable. Okay, and then backbones has to be really straight, but don't put so much effort to make it so straight. Then you will get tired after a few minutes. You will get pain. Try to relax. Sit both backbones one upon another in a relaxed way. Okay, relax. And then tongue is also quite disturbing. So put the tongue on the upper jaw. Close your mouth. Put the tongue on the upper jaw so that saliva will not come again and again. Either you have to swallow or throw out, so it's quite disturbing. So put it on the upper jaw so that saliva will not fall again and again. And then if you want to close your eye, it's also okay. If you remain like open eye, that is also okay. I think in the beginning, better to close the eye so that you will not see so many colors and like this, which can be also destructive. And and then it's simple. The sitting position not so important. Maybe you are better than me, you see. Yeah. And then try to think, okay, try to, first we do a little bit abstract, okay? Abstract means a little bit easy. Try to think that all the sentient beings are around you, all other sentient beings are around you. And then you are doing meditation, you are motivating, intending to do meditation, and giving and taking meditation. And giving means I really wanted to give all the good things, whatever I have, either earned in this life or in previous life, whatever good thing, okay, whether it's physical appearance or inner mental qualities, whatever, okay, good things I have, or good karmas, or wisdoms, or compassions, whatever you have, you really want, you motivate yourself that you wanted to give this to other sentient beings so that they will be very, very happy. And then in return, I will try to take all their sufferings, old age, disease, everything, whatever bad thing, stupidity or whatever, I really want to take into myself. Okay? Through what? Through breathing in and out, breathing in and out. So to start the meditation, first you just breathe in and out, certain breathing in and out, till your mind is really focused on breathing in and out. And then slowly, you just breathe in and take the sufferings of every sentient being into yourself. And try to put it on the selfish thinking in a very, very black sort of smoke. and put it on the selfish thinking who has been the source of all the suffering up to now for one's own self and for others. And then try to breathe out and then try to give in the form of light, that is also okay. Just give all the good qualities, everything, okay, merits and everything to every sentient being. And through this, okay, they become very happy. By taking the suffering, they are relieved from suffering and try to cultivate compassion and giving all the good quality, and they become very happy and try to develop unconditional love. So just go on doing this slowly, and if your breathing pace is quite fast, and sometimes you can creep without any giving taking, you can creep, but if possible slowly, breathe slowly. Don't make fast or slow. Just breathe naturally and then give and then take. Sincerely, okay, sincerely. So we start the meditation.
I will ask the same question. Will you share some experiences? No, just if you have any questions here.
I just cry.
Oh,
I'm crying.
okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it of, if you think of some people, I'm thinking of a woman who have cancer,
Uh-huh.
and can I tell what kind of shift? Then I can thinking of starving children in India, for example, after 5 minutes. Should I stay with the same example?
Better not shift. Not shift. Because as I defined, meditation, according to my definition, okay, meditation is giving training to the mind. And according to Sanskrit words, okay, and the meditation means, I think it is bhavana, okay, bhavana, and that means familiarize. So more you stay on the same sort of object, and then your mind will get more familiar to that. Okay? If you change, then your mind might develop a tendency of not remaining on one object. And that can be obstacle, see, distraction. So try to stay. If it's not so appealing, now there's one factor. Maybe not so, but anyhow, okay, I will tell. Sometimes when you do meditation, your mind becomes not so alert and not so vigilant and not so awake. Mind is really slow, sleepy, and then drowsy and tired. So all these things happen, okay? And during that time, and then you really have to just leave and think that we think about Buddha's quality and Bodhicitta and oh, they're so nice, and then started, oh, these are so nice. Oh, how can I sleep like this? How can I feel so lazy like this? It gives inspiration, okay? And then sometimes the mind goes everywhere, and then we started thinking of like death, impermanent, and then problem, suffering of change, suffering of pervasive. Oh, we think of all the sufferings are very bad things. Then mind goes a little bit more settled, okay, settled. See, if I am afraid, then I will not do like, I stay like this, you see, and the mind goes like this. So that is also quite important, yeah. Not change. If there's some problem because of this, if you need to change, that problem has to be solved by remaining on the same object. Okay? Yeah.
So if you choose one person, for example, then you should stay with this person.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Stay with that, but then don't specify, okay,
No.
that person as like my relatives or like this. Don't specify. Just take as like a same level of any type of human being. Many of the people, they ask the question, how did you choose Malakiri village as where you were going to establish school? Now, we never choose, you see. When we went there, we saw it, the plight and the very poor condition of the children, and we just say, okay, we didn't choose, okay, whether they are Buddhist or whether they are Tibetan or no, they are good people or bad people, or they are the poorest or not. If we have to choose whether they are poorest or not, then we have to travel whole Nepal, you see, which is also immense. So, because whenever we feel that, okay, now there is the need of school, okay, there's the need of school, and we just start a school. In the same way,
check everything as just in the equal level. And then we meet, okay, then whatever it comes. And then meditate on it. Yeah. Like hungry children. Very difficult thing. Very difficult thing. Yeah. We have 3 orphan children in Radhangot. 3 orphan children, our brother, sister. When I see their face and their eye, it's totally different, you see. And I can see the sadness in the eye, how sad they are. We are giving some money, but then monies are not used for their purpose, you see. And then there's no way. If we give money, they are living with the grandparents. And if we give money for the grandparents, then grandparents then never use the money for their purpose, you see. And they have to go to collect wood, animal, and then whatever they have to do, you see. And then now we stopped giving money to the grandparents. Now we left money to someone who will give, time to time he will give money, okay, time to time. Still we don't know whether it's really 100% giving or not. Because of this we feel like, oh, if we have a really orphan home, then everybody, okay, whether the 10 orphan or 5 orphan, whatever, okay, everybody will get the same treatment, you see, same clothes, same food, and then same medical facilities, same opportunity to go to the school. And that is what we are thinking, you see. And yeah, because of this, I appeal to you. Yes, because I saw them like many years. I have saw them many years, and then, oh, it's very, very difficult. And then sometimes I try to avoid them to meeting, you see, avoid. So difficult to meet them. And then these types of children are very many. But then we don't choose wherever this is possible, because we build a classroom there, and then if we install, the classroom will be used maximum. And the school teacher's salary can be paid out of the sponsorship money, and we can appoint better teacher. And then they can breathe really fresh air in Radhangot. They don't have to come to Kathmandu to breathe this filthy, unhealthy, polluted air, you see. And then it will be much less expensive. Running expenses will be much less expensive. And then also the home, it will be much less expensive. If we build in Kathmandu, just get a small land, it can cost a lot of money. And then we are uprooting them from the village. And then we'll have planted in somewhere where there's no root for themselves, you see. So this way, this is of course the Malagiri school is also like this, you see. We don't want to take the children from the family, from the village, uproot and plant it somewhere. Because they have their own culture, they have their own history, they have their own background, you see. Yeah, and their religion, everything. Yeah. So, yes, try not to choose. Just take any, okay, any person. Yeah. One more question, then we can have a short break.